Welcome, everyone, to the Change Starts Here podcast. I'm your host, Dustin Odham, and I am excited to welcome you back to our newest season. I have been waiting, probably 2 or 3 months now, it feels, definitely 2 months, to record this episode. This has been something that's been on my heart for a while now. I reread at the end, back in, April, reread The Power of Moments by Chip and Dan Heath, and it has been speaking to me in such powerful ways in terms of examining my own leadership, examining my family impact, examining my wife's leadership at her school, and as well as my friends who are in education and outside of education. And so I just want to take a moment. I rarely do this, as you probably can tell when I do monologues. I rarely write down I write down some key points, but this I wrote out to be very specific on the points I wanted to get across today. So I hope you enjoy it, and here it goes. Today, I'm excited about the extraordinary power of moments. Moments that have the potential to change our lives and shape our destiny. Moments that ignite the fire within each of us. And moments that have the power to create memories that will last a lifetime. How many times have we found ourselves lost in the monotony of our daily routines? As the school year progresses, this happens to all of us. How often do we forget to appreciate the beauty that surrounds us? Especially within the amazing kids who might be driving us nuts at that point in the year. I know I can feel that way all the time with my own kids. We get caught up in the chaos of our lives, constantly chasing academic growth or just survival of the day, honestly. We forget to pause, to breathe, and to truly live. But within each of us, I believe there lies an insatiable desire for something more. We long for moments that will make our hearts beat faster, moments that will leave us breathless and in awe of the world we live in. We yearn for moments that will remind us of our purpose and our true potential. The book, The Power of Moments, reveals the essence of these extraordinary moments. It teaches us how to create them intentionally, how to seize them when they are unexpectedly come knocking at our door, and how to cherish them when they fade into memories. It is in these moments that we find the strength to overcome challenges, to conquer our fears, and to rise above our limitations. It is in these moments that we discover our true selves, our passions, and our courage to pursue our dreams. These moments hold the power to transform us, to reshape our lives, and to leave an indelible mark on the world. So the question is, how do we create such moments? How do we harness their power to channel into something extraordinary? It starts with a simple shift in our mindset. As you can imagine, working at Franklin Covey, we believe in the power of paradigms and mindset shifts. We must become intentional architects of our lives, constantly seeking opportunities to create memorable moments. Whether it's a heartfelt conversation, a shared laughter with loved ones, or a breathtaking adventure, we must embrace the present and make every moment count. We must strive to connect deeply with others, to inspire and uplift them with our words and our actions. We must seize the opportunities that come our way, for they may hold the key to personal growth and fulfillment. Remember, this is the part that was important to me. A moment can be as small as a grain of sand or as mighty as a mountain. It's not about the quantity, but it's the quality of the moments that truly matter. One of the reasons this hit me like a ton of bricks was I recently came across a student that I've not seen in probably, let's call it 20 years now. And she was telling my kids how much of an impact I had on her. And remember, I've told you all before, I taught trigonometry. And so I always wonder, I'm like, did I have any impact on them? I can't imagine many kids were super, super pumped about having trigonometry back then. But she pointed out something that I did with every kid on the first day, and I've shared on the podcast a couple of years ago. They're called life maps, and I can't remember who I stole it from. I'd love to give credit to that person. But basically, I had every student in all of my sections write a story about their life and draw what I called a life map. And it's some sort of artistic rendering of their life that had to include key moments, those kind of moments that impact and change them forever, and a forward-thinking dream. And so before I had them do it, I showed them my picture. I'm a terrible artist, but I still made my drawing for them. And I wrote a deep story of, my childhood, of, being a child of divorce. And since they were kids in high school, I focused on, I thought maybe if they had a breakup, that's probably something dramatic for them. So I talked about high school breakups in mine. So I just tried to be as relatable as possible. And this student just pointed out how big of an impact that had on her. And I never knew it. I knew that she didn't love math, but she had fought through it. She was a great student in my eyes, but didn't really love math. And she said it really wasn't the math that changed her life. It was the ability to connect with her pain and be okay with it and use that as a launching pad for her future. And so that's probably one of the reasons why I've been waiting a couple months to share this with you, because it's so impactful to me. So I want to challenge each of you. I had no idea that was the impact it would have. I was really just trying to get to know my students. So what I would challenge you first is, as you approach this new school year, first, make sure you're taking the time to be present every day, whatever that takes. As we talked about in past podcasts, how do you get yourself centered every day? And during the school day, when you feel yourself being thrown off by an unexpected meeting or event, how do you get back, whether through its breathing techniques, prayer, meditation, whatever, how do you get back to center yourself so that you can be present in every moment? That's one thing. The second thing is, as you look at your school year, I know you're designing different events for your school leaders or your district staff or your teachers or your kids or families. How do you really architect a couple of key moments throughout the year that will be, essentially core memories for them, that you don't have to put pressure on yourself of making sure it is a core memory, but what can you do to create an event or a celebration that has a chance to be some sort of core memory, is what a challenge I would have for you. As I look at my year, as I look at my life, I'm looking for a number of ways to get more present, as we talked about in the past, but I feel fortunate and blessed that I live a life that is more geared towards how do I pause and appreciate every moment, every conversation. It's part of my mission statement that I wrote a long time ago. And so that's helped guide me. But where I have fallen down is being intentional about designing those moments for my kids, for my family, for, Ashley and I, for my team at work. And so this year, I'm trying to focus on where can I put some of those adventures in to create the impact of those moments. And so if you haven't read The Power Moments, I encourage you to do it. You can tell it's had an impact on me. But even if you don't have time for it or focus on it, go find a summary and just dive into a few different examples of how to build those moments for yourself. It's inspired me. I am excited for this year because of it. I hope you are as well. I thank you for being a listener. I hope this encourages you, as well as if you know anybody in your life that could use this encouragement to start the year, please send this with them. That's what we're here for. So thank you for encouraging me. I hope this encourages you. Have a great day and a good start to your school year. Please support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, podcast on Apple or Spotify, and help us celebrate the beautiful, messy work of shaping human potential.